Hi everybody, welcome to BereanNation.com. Today's video has to do with something that happened last night at our regular corporate prayer meeting. Now, um, I don't want to say that I believe this of my friend who was at the prayer meeting and who prayed this way, but take this as a caution for what it may be worth because um, the prayer was along the lines of, Lord, help me to keep my garments white so that I don't fall into sin. And I don't particularly believe that's a big indicator for my friend, but I've heard prayers like this before. And those prayers are typically what I would call a Pharisee's prayer. Now, I'm going to open the word and tell you exactly what I mean. I'm in Luke chapter 18, verses 9 to 14. I'll read that for you. Now, it says, yes, verse 9, Luke 18, verse 9. And he told also this parable to some people who trusted in themselves that they were righteous and viewed others with contempt. Two men went up into the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other tax collector. The Pharisee stood and was praying this to himself: God, I thank you that I am not like other people, swindlers, unjust, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I pay tithes of all that I get. But the tax collector, standing some distance away, was even unwilling to lift his eyes up to heaven, but beating his breast, saying, God be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, but he who humbles himself will be exalted. Now, what was so wrong with the prayer that my friend prayed? Well, the answer really is nothing. It made me think, Lord, help me to keep my garments white. What makes you think your garments are white and that you are without sin? That you are so well behaved? And like I said, I don't want this to reflect poorly on my friend, but those were the thoughts that crossed through my head. And I spoke briefly with him after the meeting, and I let him know this. And he agreed. He's a poor choice of words, perhaps, but he had a different passage in mind, and that's the bit in Revelation. It says, "Nevertheless, you have a few among you that have not soiled their garments, and they will walk in white." But here's the kicker here. Just about everybody I've ever heard pray, I've heard pray along either the first or the second line. Oh God, thank you for blessing me. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for making me. Thank you for giving me. Thank you for me. You see the point there? It's all self-centered and selfish, and it places yourself in a good light. I gotta tell you, folks, for those of us with some discernment on tap, you're not really fooling anybody but yourself. Rather, should we not have the prayer that says something like, Lord, be merciful to me, a sinner. Lord, I repent of my sins. Or like Daniel, who repented on behalf of his whole nation. Give me a good Daniel 9 prayer. That's our thought for today. Think about it. Are you a Pharisee or are you like the publican? Because those who are proud, God will humble. Those who are humble, God will lift up. The Lord bless you. Keep studying the scriptures daily to see if these things are so.